Welcome to Haven of Prayer, where we come together to seek strength, healing, and restoration through the power of prayer. In today's video, Break Free from Illness with Jesus' Miracle Prayer. We will guide you in a powerful prayer that can help overcome sickness and embrace the healing touch of Jesus. Join us in faith and let His divine power restore your body, mind, and spirit. Stay until the end, and let's experience a transformative moment of healing together.
Lord Jesus, I come before you today with a heart that cries out for relief and hope. You know every part of me, the anxiety that quickens my heart and the silence that hides the pain. I don't come with answers, but with faith, believing that in your hands lies the power to heal what is broken inside me. There are times when it's hard to understand why my body weakens, but I trust that even in the midst of sickness, you have a purpose for me. I come to you like a weary child, longing for rest in your loving embrace, pleading for a touch from you that will renew my life from within. I know I am not alone in this fight. There are days when fear takes hold of my mind, and uncertainty weighs heavier than the illness itself. In those moments, I ask that you be my refuge, my firm rock where my soul can stand, where my hope can stay alive. Grant me the ability to see beyond the physical pain, to recognize your presence even when my strength fades. Don't let my heart sink, nor my thoughts drown in despair. You are my eternal medicine, my constant relief, the light that guides each of my steps through this uncertain path. Today, Lord, I ask not only for healing, but for the strength I need as I await your work in me. Teach me to live through this process with peace, patience, and the certainty that you are walking by my side every second of this journey. Lord, you know that I'm facing a difficult test with my health. That's why I come to you today without any masks, with my soul wide open, inviting you to be part of every moment of this process. I surrender my limitations, my doubts, and that deep desire to feel whole again, trusting that your hands are already working within me. Help me find a space of inner silence, a place where my spirit can rest from all the noise, from all the fear. Accompany me in disconnecting from the worries around me and connecting with you, who are the true source of peace. May this moment with you be a refuge where my heart can heal. Today, I choose to surrender completely to your will. I don't want to cling to human solutions before seeking your divine guidance. Fill me with a faith that doesn't break, with a trust that holds me up even when the symptoms don't disappear right away. Let my surrender be total, because I know that from your love flows the healing I so desperately need. I know that through you, I can find new strength, not just to face the physical pain, but to rise each day with renewed hope. You are the one who strengthens my soul, who lifts me when I feel defeated. May this time of illness become a bridge to your grace. Jesus, allow me, when I return to my daily activities, to do so with a new perspective on life. May every step be a testimony of your power working in me. May every smile be a sign of your healing presence. And may my heart never forget that it was in the midst of weakness that I felt your closeness the most. You, who have known me before I was born, understand how vulnerable I feel right now. I come before you as I am, without hiding my fears or my pain. I am fragile, Lord, and that is why I come to you, like a sheep that hears the voice of its shepherd and runs to his arms seeking comfort. Look at my body, your creation, which today cries out for relief. I speak not only from physical exhaustion, but from every invisible wound that weighs on my soul. You see beyond what others notice. You know which parts of me are broken, and I trust you to restore them with a single compassionate glance. I know your eyes do not judge, they heal. You do not turn away from my weaknesses. Instead, you draw near with tenderness when I am most fragile. So today, I humbly ask you to place your hands on my pain. Where medicine cannot reach, let your living and powerful presence arrive. Jesus, you understand the language of suffering, for you lived it in your own body. No pain isolates me from you. Instead, it brings me closer to your merciful heart. I want every wounded part of my body to be touched by your love, that every tear I shed may find an answer in your embrace. Allow me to feel you here, walking with me through this stage of my life. Help me to remember that your compassion has no limits, and that even in my frailty, you can bring forth new strength within me. There are moments when I feel something within me slowly fading away, as if my body no longer responds with the same strength as before. It is in these moments that I long for something to awaken within me, that a new energy would flow through every cell and restore the vitality I've lost. I don't seek an immediate solution. I seek a real, profound transformation, one that touches the unseen and renews me completely. I imagine that if my organs could speak, they would ask for rest, for relief. So today, I ask that you breathe within me, that you infuse me with that life which only comes from heaven. I want to feel that divine breath flowing through my inner being, restoring what is damaged, strengthening what has weakened over time. There's a deep longing within me, Lord, to rise again without pain, to walk with renewed strength, to sleep through the night without being disturbed by physical discomfort. But there's also a deeper desire, to experience your power so tangibly that there's no doubt you are still performing miracles. In my weakness, I've learned that the most precious thing isn't just healing, but recognizing where that healing comes from. I trust, not because of what I see, but because of what I believe. And I believe that there is something in you that goes beyond what this world can offer. No medicine has the tenderness you inspire. No treatment brings the peace you offer when you decide to intervene in the silence of the soul. I'm ready to be rebuilt from the inside, to be molded again by your patient hands. If this illness has caused me to pause, let this pause serve to rediscover what is eternal, what is sacred, what truly gives meaning to my life. There are mornings when I wake up wishing to see life with new eyes, clearer, more hopeful. My senses, which once connected me with the beauty of the world, sometimes feel drained, as if carrying the weight of my worries. I long for everything in me to see life again with that spark that only comes when one feels truly free. I've lost details along the way, colors that once moved me, sounds that now go unnoticed. I long to regain that sensitivity, that deep connection with the world around me. May my eyes not only receive light, but also purpose. May my ears not just hear, but understand what truly matters. There's something sacred in the way our senses bring us closer to the world. That's why I ask you to clear away any interference that has clouded the way I see, hear, and feel. Let nothing prevent me from experiencing life as a precious gift, filled with your signs hidden in the everyday. If illness has darkened my perceptions, I ask for your presence to restore the clarity I've lost. I don't just want to heal on the outside. I want to awaken on the inside. May every sense be reborn with purpose, reconnecting with you and with the essence of what it means to truly be alive. May my eyes discover beauty even in the midst of pain, May my ears hear your voice in the silence. May all my senses be restored to praise you, not with words, but with the pure experience of living with gratitude. I feel an ongoing struggle within me, a quiet battle that my body fights every day. Sometimes, it's hard to even know which part is most affected, but I long with all my heart for every corner of me to be touched by a new strength that will cleanse, repair, and restore it to its former firmness. I imagine my blood flowing freely, unhindered, bringing life instead of illness. Every tired muscle, every aching bone, every part of my skin that has lost its strength, I offer them all to you, hoping that something extraordinary will begin to transform them from the inside. I'm not seeking scientific explanations. I'm seeking that silent miracle that often happens unnoticed, but leaves eternal marks on the soul. Your hands, gentle yet powerful, have the ability to heal what medicine cannot reach. Only you know where the true pain lies, where to begin the healing. And though I don't speak it with words, you've already heard my sighs, my long nights, and every time I've risen with effort, but without giving up. There is a living hope in me, because I believe you still do wonderful things. There is no part of my body that cannot receive a new chance. I don't want to lose that faith or stop believing in the invisible, because I know that often the deepest work happens when everything seems still on the outside. If you are going to do something in me, may it be complete, not just partial healing, but a restoration that returns joy, freedom, and the strength to continue living a fuller, more aware life, more connected to what truly matters. There's a need inside me that goes beyond the body. Sometimes I feel that the real battle isn't in the visible symptoms, but in the thoughts that weaken me and the shadows that try to extinguish my inner light. It's not just about healing physically, but about protecting who I am on the inside, the part of me that keeps believing despite everything. I've read about times when you walked among people who suffered, and not only did you heal them, but you looked at them with tenderness, listened to them without rushing, and restored their dignity. That part of you, so human and yet so divine, is what I desire most right now. To be looked at with compassion and reminded that I am still valuable, even in my fragility. I know that evil doesn't always come with violence. Sometimes it disguises itself as fear, doubt, or exhaustion. That's why I want to be covered, cared for from the soul. Let my thoughts not sink into despair. Let my emotions not be contaminated by the negativity that sometimes invades without warning. I long to be treated with that same touch you offered to the weakest. Let my heart receive gentle gestures that strengthen it without imposing, that heal it without wounding. That tenderness holds immense power when one feels exposed, when strength is fading, and the only thing needed is to feel that someone is there, present, expecting nothing in return. Sometimes, no great sign is needed, only a certainty that I am being held, that, in the midst of chaos, there's a firm hand defending me from what I cannot see, reminding me that all that is good is still possible. This process I am living, however painful, feels like it holds something deeper that I don't yet fully understand. I don't want to go through it in vain. I don't want it to pass without leaving a positive mark on me. Perhaps there is a lesson hidden in every difficult day, in every long night, in every uncertain wait. My heart has carried emotions that weigh more than the illness itself. Past wounds, words that never healed, disappointments that still echo. I wish to release all of this, to allow what binds me inside to dissolve, preventing me from moving forward with freedom. I need an inner cleansing, an emotional renewal that makes me lighter. Sometimes, my body mirrors what my soul cannot express. So today, I allow myself to open up and let out what I've kept hidden out of fear, pride, or pain. I want to be free, not just physically, but spiritually and emotionally. May no resentment make me sick inside, nor separate me from the love that transforms me. There are memories that return uninvited, emotions that settle in without permission. But there is also a power that can gently remove them, with kindness and compassion. May that power move through me, cleanse me, and heal me. May each limiting thought be replaced by hope, by light, by true life. And if this moment is part of a bigger process, I ask not to resist it. Let me embrace what I do not yet understand, trusting that something good is being formed inside of me, even when I can't clearly see it. Today, I choose to raise my voice from the deepest part of my being to declare that health has a place in my life, not as a simple wish, but as a conviction born from knowing that I am not walking this path alone. I declare that every part of me can be restored, that there is power in believing, and strength in declaring life when the body seems to be fading. My breath has become more conscious. Every time I inhale, I imagine something new entering me. Clarity, energy, hope. My lungs, though tired, continue working faithfully, waiting to be freed from everything that prevents them from functioning fully. I picture that pure air cleansing them, renewing every hidden corner, bringing the freshness I long for. It's incredible how something as simple as breath can become a symbol of rebirth. When I breathe deeply, I connect with life, with what is yet to come. May this natural act also be spiritual. May each inhale be a prayer without words, and each exhale a release of everything I no longer need. I don't ask only for strong lungs. I ask for a lighter life, a life without unnecessary burdens, without emotional toxins, without guilt dragging me down. May the oxygen flowing through my body also be a symbol of freedom, a new beginning, a cycle opening with hope. And while I await this total renewal, I remain open to every small progress, every sign of improvement. Because sometimes miracles begin with such subtle details that only a heart in tune can notice. Lately, I've observed how my body reacts to everything I live through, how even the way I think or nourish myself leaves deep marks on me. My digestive system, so silent yet vital, has been asking for help for some time. I want to give it a new chance, to return the harmony I may have lost due to carelessness or the hectic pace of life. There are organs working day and night without my notice. My liver, kidneys, pancreas, each one fulfilling its mission, waiting for me to do mine by taking care and showing respect. I wish for them to grow stronger, to find balance, to function again as a well-tuned symphony. And I cannot ignore what's happening in my mind. Thoughts race relentlessly, worries steal my peace, emotions even affect my physical state. So, I long for a calmer mind, a network of neurons that isn't stirred by every fear. Instead of chaos, let there be order. Instead of anxiety, peace. Sometimes, what I need most is a real pause. A moment to reconnect with what truly matters, for my body and mind to breathe together, without tension, without demands. May that inner calm reflect in everything else, like a light that begins within and spreads out. I want to live with more lightness, with kinder thoughts, with healthier habits, with decisions that add to the health of every part of me. And if this time is showing me what I must change, may I not waste it. Let my well-being be the fruit of a renewed commitment to myself. There are days when I feel an internal urge to speak hope over my body, as if by declaring I am healthy, that affirmation begins to transform me from within. I don't do this out of habit, but because I know that what one declares with faith has power. So today, I choose to say that my body is waking up to life, that every cell is receiving renewed energy. I imagine how my tissues are strengthening, how what seemed worn begins to regain its power. I'm not seeking ideal perfection, but to feel whole, with enough vitality to live each day with purpose and gratitude. If something within me is damaged, let its healing process begin from within. This affliction I carry, at times incomprehensible, also has something to teach me. Perhaps it's not just about eliminating a symptom, but healing from the origin, from what's most hidden, where emotions, memories, and past wounds are stored. I am willing to give it all up so that it can be transformed into something new. I feel that my whole being needs to be embraced with deep care. Care that not only relieves the body but caresses the soul. Because when one feels truly touched by something greater, everything changes. Faith strengthens, the mind clears, and even pain seems to give way to hope. And if there's a root within me still feeding my suffering, let it be undone. Not with violence, but with that energy that renews, that consumes what no longer serves and leaves the ground cleared for a new version of myself to bloom. More aware, stronger, and at peace. There are moments when I feel that something within me needs to begin again, not as someone erases the past, but as someone transforms it into something useful, into experience, into lessons. Sometimes, illness brings to light what was hidden. The need for a new beginning, for a fuller, more conscious life. When I look back, I realize how often I walked aimlessly, swept away by the urgency of life, forgetting what truly matters. Today, in this forced pause, I long to rediscover the peace that comes from knowing who I am and where I'm headed. I'm not seeking perfection, but authenticity, a heart made purer, a mind made freer, and a faith that doesn't rely on circumstances. I've learned that clarity doesn't always come from noise. Sometimes it comes from silence. That silence where I meet myself, where I realize that there is light, even in the darkest moments. That each step, even the slowest, brings me closer to something greater when I take it with intention. To feel alive isn't just about my body functioning. It's about my soul awakening. It's about seeing beyond the surface, recognizing that each day is an opportunity to choose goodness, truth, and kindness once more. This is the life I desire. A life rooted in what lasts, what builds, what gives meaning. And though everything around me may be in motion, I know there is a firm foundation I can lean on, a direction that doesn't change, a strength that doesn't run dry, a presence that never withdraws. There, I want to rest, grow, rebuild, and move forward, step by step. Sometimes, it's not the physical pain that weighs me down, but the constant fear that it will worsen, that it won't stop, that it will return. This silent fear hides in every thought, in every unanswered question. I wish to release it, stop living in its shadow, breathe with ease, and face each day with more inner strength. I don't want uncertainty to steal my joy, nor do I want worry to settle in as a permanent guest in my mind. I yearn to look forward with serenity, without anticipating the worst, without carrying anxieties that haven't even arrived. Living in peace is also part of healing, and that is the gift I most long for today. This time of illness has forced me to look inward, to recognize parts of myself I had ignored. It's made me appreciate the simple things, the small moments that used to go unnoticed. I've come to understand that the most valuable things in life cannot be bought or accumulated. They must be lived, felt, and cared for intentionally. Each moment of weakness invites me to let go of what isn't essential. It encourages me to see this life as a passing journey that prepares my soul for something greater. And if pain serves a purpose, may it awaken in me a deeper awareness, a freer faith, a higher perspective. May this stage not lock me in fear, but open me to a new vision, a lighter, wiser way of living, more connected to what truly matters. And if I must keep moving forward, let me do so with less burden and more meaning. There are people who show up just when I need them, with the right words and gestures that soothe more than any medicine. The doctor who walks with me through this healing process is also part of this journey. Their presence, their experience, their attentive care are bridges that connect me to the hope of healing. I trust that every treatment, every diagnosis, every medication can be a tool of restoration. But I also hope that behind each medical decision, there is wisdom and compassion. That it's not just science, but humanity as well. Because sometimes, a kind word or a compassionate gaze heals as much as any remedy. It's comforting to know I'm not facing this alone. Knowing that there are those who dedicate their lives to caring for others' bodies gives me strength. May their work be accompanied by clarity, patience, and that light that guides even in moments of doubt. May empathy never be lacking, nor faith in what is yet to be seen. And though many may not understand everything I feel, I am grateful for their effort. I'm thankful that they listen, that they seek answers, that they don't give up. There's something profoundly valuable in being cared for, in knowing that someone else wants my well-being too. May each consultation bring relief. May each treatment be an opportunity. And may I have the openness to trust, collaborate, and receive all the good that can come through those who care for me with responsibility and devotion. In this moment, I invite you to pause with me, to breathe deeply without rushing. Let each inhale remind you that life keeps flowing, despite the difficulties, and each exhale be an act of release, letting go of what we no longer need. Close your eyes for a moment and let the air flow gently in, filling your lungs. And as you release it, imagine letting go of the tensions, fears, and worries that have been weighing on you. Feel how, with each breath, the weight of what doesn't serve you fades away, and you're left with a lighter, purer space within. This simple act of breathing can become an act of rebirth. With every inhale, you can fill your being with new energy, hope, and a sense of renewal that doesn't depend on external circumstances, but on something deeper. Sometimes, all it takes is a pause to regain strength and start anew. Let your mind calm down. Let your thoughts settle. Imagine each molecule of your being aligning, as if everything within you is receiving an invisible touch that heals, calms, and transforms you. No matter what you've lived through, what you've faced, this is the moment to find peace in the simple and the profound. And so, breathing and letting go, I invite you to move forward with greater clarity. May this moment of calm stay with you for the rest of the day, reminding you that you can always return to center, that you can always feel renewed by simply stopping to breathe. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes. May this simple act of looking be an invitation to renew your perspective on life, to see each day with newfound hope. Ask from the depths of your being for your well-being, for the health your body needs, but also for that inner peace that will allow you to move forward with clarity and strength. The journey toward healing is not always immediate, but every step we take, no matter how small, brings us closer to what we long for. And if at any moment you feel your faith waver, remember that you're not alone. Here, in this space, we share our struggles and prayers. We rise together in trust. If you feel there's something in your heart that needs to be expressed, something you want to share, don't hesitate to leave it. In doing so, you're not only opening up, but also joining us in faith, creating a network of support where each prayer is a breath of hope that strengthens others. This is a community where we don't walk alone. Each written word, each thought directed toward good, is an act of shared faith. Let's keep moving forward with the certainty that, by walking together, the strength of our prayers is much greater. And so, with every step, we keep going, knowing that healing is a journey that unfolds day by day, with renewed hope, with firm faith, and with hearts ready to receive all the good that is yet to come.
As we come to the end of this moment of reflection, remember that the journey toward healing, understanding, and inner peace is ongoing with each new day. May you find strength to move forward with renewed hope and a stronger faith as you breathe deeply and reflect upon the words shared. Healing, both physical and spiritual, is a continuous process, and it is through silence, prayer, and trust in God that we can approach true serenity. If this message touched your heart and you believe it could be a cornerstone for someone you love, please share this video with your friends and family. Haven of Prayer is here not only to offer prayers but also to provide a space of mutual support, where we all walk together on a path of healing, faith, and restoration. Remember, no matter where you are never alone. In every prayer, in every word of encouragement, we are united in faith and the love of Christ. May God's peace be with you today and always. Stand firm, be confident, and continue seeking the good, the true, and the pure. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, be sure to do so now to continue receiving content that strengthens your faith and brings peace to your heart. Until the next video, and may God bless every step of your journey.